Welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that. I'm Joe.
And I'm Calvin.
And welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that.
All right. We're moving to we.
That happened with Joe.
Yeah.
Skitty bop bop. Do that bop.
And that happened with Joe. It's my birthday month. Calvin's not going to address it, so I'll address it for myself.
Happy birthday, Javon.
Birthday to me.
It's her birthday.
So belated. Anyway, moving on.
How was your birthday day?
It was interesting. It was interesting.
Okay.
But it was good. I got to go to Jinya, which is what I wanted to do, get some noodles. It was raining the entire time, which is not that's not weird for the time of year that my birthday is in. So it could have been worse. It could have been snowing the whole time. So it was nice. I got to go to Tesso, which is a Japanese, like a little department store kind of a deal. It was crowded as heck. And we went at night. And I could not believe it, but I get it. There's a lot of stuff is very reasonable and very cute. And the shampoo that I bought from there is fantastical. It was really nice, and it was not that expensive. So
everybody spam the comment sections for the birthday girls. Pew pew pew.
What do you think spam the comments means?
I don't know. I don't care.
All
I just said
right.
it. Something for you.
Interesting.
Whatever.
Anyway, moving on to that happened. Have you heard of reborn children?
No.
So, I don't know how this came across my social media feed, but it did. There are adult women who collect dolls, which is that's not uncommon. These dolls are hyper realistic infants. They look like real babies. Let me see if I can find a photo so I can show you just how alarmed I was looking at this. The video that came across my feed was a lady who it looked like she had a balloon filled with water, but what she was doing was birthing her baby. So she had one of the realistic dolls in this balloon filled with water so that she could do a C-section, quote unquote, on the balloon to deliver the baby.
So she had the balloon tied to her stomach?
No, it was just tied, and she had it in like a bucket.
Oh, okay.
And then she popped the balloon and pulled the baby out of it, and it was filled with water.
Okay.
The balloon was filled with water.
Okay. Sure.
You said sure. You said sure.
Don't know what to do with that information.
Okay. You see this picture of this family?
Yes.
If you didn't know that this was a doll, would you think this was a baby?
Just sitting there like that? Probably.
It is. Well, it changed the picture. It's the babies look so real. They look so real. There is a group of women who get these dolls, like collect these dolls. These dolls are not cheap. They run anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000.
Okay. They got money to burn.
There's a lady whose whole content channel is her day-to-day raising the babies. She's got 5 reborn dolls. They have their own rooms. She regularly puts formula together for them, gives them snacks, has the babies talk to each other, changes diapers, the whole shebang. And it's just like day to day to day to day. She says it's for entertainment and maybe some therapeutic value. And then I had to Google why this was therapeutic. Turns out, reborn dolls were initially created for women who miscarried or were in postpartum depression. So, or lost their children during infancy. So like crib deaths, accidents, the like. This was a proven way to help them cope by having them take care of like this inanimate doll. And by making them realistic and making them like weighted, it helped with their anxiety. You can also put these babies in the microwave to make them warm so that it feels even more natural. But it was a way of coping. They also found out that reborn dolls help a lot of dementia patients. It helps them from acting out aggressively because that can be a symptom of dementia. Calvin is laughing hysterically right now, and I don't think that's appropriate.
I wanted my aunt Emma has a, what's that thing called?
reborn
A
doll.
reborn doll. Because they say she has a doll that she carries with her now.
So it's not uncommon for them to do that. Like, to start taking care of something, it helps them process a lot.
If I'm ever around there, I'm stealing that doll.
So you can watch her act out?
Yes.
You would literally be like disrupting her peace. So why?
I don't care.
That's cruel. So
No. This is payback for all the times I worked for free.
does she remember any of that?
Oh, she remembers.
You said it's in her bones.
She knows. Oh, she remembers.
Calvin, your Aunt Emma's in her 80s, right?
No, she's far in her 90s.
You said worse. She's even older than that.
Yes.
And I want to torture this old woman for some reason.
Because she tortured me at my young age.
Isn't she within her right to? I thought I thought your generation had a respect of elders.
Yeah. It doesn't mean I can't get you back at some point.
Why would you get them back if you respected them?
Because I like to party.
That doesn't make sense. The point
yeah.
is, I was quick to judge these grown ladies because one of the other videos I watched is this black woman. She's got blue eye contacts on. She's got a very interesting wig.
Well,
happening.
we know she's crazy.
And the reborn babies she has, only white babies. No black babies.
Well, we know she's very crazy.
And
now.
I was like, where are we going with this? But she was talking about how like it helped her anxiety immensely. And there's another girl I watched on here, another black girl, but she's got black babies. She started getting into reborn dolls because she faced a sudden loss of family in a terrible way, in a truly terrible way. She lost her mother, she lost her grandmother, she lost her aunt, she lost her father. Like she was losing family members left and right, all in the same year. And she was trying to go see her therapist, whatever they were trying to work towards as a skill set for her was not working. And then as an alternative, her doctor recommended the reborn dolls, and it gave her something to focus on, and it worked for her anxiety a lot. It made her be functional again in her life.
Sure.
So, but these babies are so hyper realistic. They're so realistic. And the growing group of girls, that do these dolls, they've got these little like meetup groups. So they've got like legit strollers and baby clothes and the whole shebang. And they all get together. Which is if you think about it, it's kind of a nice support group. But what sent me into this even further was a TikTok of a young girl who's got a reborn doll. This girl's like 20. Was formerly 19, just turned 20. They were doing a gender reveal. Her and her baby daddy / boyfriend / fiance. How old do you think the boyfriend fiance's person is?
15.
No.
I don't care.
60.
Oh!
And he's an old black man on top of that.
I was not ready for that.
And she's a young white woman.
I was not ready for that.
The story behind her is that she is homeless. And he was one of the first people that was kind to her when she was on the street. He was also on the street. And together they got clean, found God, found each other, got married. Well, started living together. She got pregnant. Now they're getting married. And they're excited to bring this new life into the world. Prior to her having this new life, she had a reborn doll that was helped. She found it in a dumpster that she ended up like cleaning up. But it helped her during her struggle of living on the street. And she found a community with the reborn community. And she wanted a baby so badly. And now she's about to have her own. And I was like, wow, okay. So many things are happening here. I have a lot of questions.
Well, you can't expect people who are homeless to make good decisions. So there's that. I don't know why you expect so much of them.
The comments on that video, of course, run like, "Oh, where are we going with this? Is he grooming you? Like, are you safe? What's going on?" He gets on and does a video on her page and says, "Listen, we're only looking at the blessings and the congratulations that are sent our way. We're not looking at any of the negativity."
I'm sorry. In his defense, how can a homeless man groom another homeless person?
You said neither of them have the funds.
Exactly.
What?
They're homeless.
How would he have enticed her?
At that point, it's people trying to survive. It's called survival.
I guess they're saying like he
What?
The discussion is that like he kind of used her need for protection as coercion.
That's what homeless people do.
I don't know what that means, Calvin.
It's about
Manipulate? You're saying
Yeah.
homeless people manipulate?
Yeah, it's about surviving.
That's kind of cruel.
It's about surviving.
There's no good homeless people. They're all
I'm
manipulators.
not saying there's no good homeless people.
You just said that's what they do.
But
So which
that's
one is it?
What some of them kind of do.
I
I'm sorry,
honestly,
some of them kind of do.
I honestly don't know. Look, again, the age difference is wild, but I also don't know if it's necessarily manipulation,
That's what, that's all I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know. Seems like
or if it, like you said, it's just them surviving. Like,
Yeah,
okay, I can trust you and you can trust me.
I think it was more
Okay.
survival. 2 is better than 1 on these streets.
Right.
There's no telling what she's already went through in the streets being by herself.
Right.
And on top of that being a girl.
Right.
And there's no telling what he went through.
Right.
Being a black guy on the streets.
And
So-
they got clean together. They're living in a home. They're working now.
Sometimes we
And
got to.
now she's pregnant.
Sometimes as a society we got to take W's when we get it.
I guess this is an example of that, taking the W where they can. If these are two people who found that they could trust each other, what the circumstances are, no one knows for
Now,
sure.
Hopefully there are now nomads and no longer homeless people.
They have a home, so they're not nomads either.
Okay, great for them. I don't know. The fact that somebody threw that expensive ass doll in the garbage.
Well,
It's crazy.
I'm thinking like rich people or a petty lover of some sort was like, and they always carried this dumb doll and they got rid of it.
Great.
Have you heard about the football player who apparently has too big of a dingaling? That's why he had to, him and his former wife broke up.
No, I don't care.
She said it was like 2 soda cans stacked on top of each other.
Okay, good for her.
But he's suing her now. Because now he says it's brought so much attention to his manhood, he can't just have a regular life.
Good for him. Whatever.
So the thing is, she brought this up in a podcast back in November, and he's bringing it up again now. So people are like, how bad was it? No one was talking about it after November, and you brought it back to the light. So how bad was it?
Seems like it was a lie.
What's Who knows? Okay, the last thing on that happened, Fetty Wap is free. Did you know that?
I didn't know he was in jail.
What songs does he do?
I don't know.
There's a bunch of people on my page that are like, 2016 is back, baby. Fetty Wap is out. And I'm like, what did he do? 1, what did he do? 2, who is he? I couldn't tell you a Fetty Wap song. But it's a big deal right now. And they say he looks like Kev on stage.
Okay.
Have you seen the pictures?
No.
I'm dying. Anyway.
Was he the guy that was messing with Jada Pinkett?
Was he? Fetty Wap?
I don't know. Was he? I don't know.
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Oh, I can't find the picture. But he's bigger now. He's been in prison like almost since 2016. So he's bigger now. And people are like, man, he got fat. I'm like, do you know what prison food is like? There's no nutrition. What do you think is in prison food?
Sure. I don't know what to say to that because I don't.
You can agree or disagree to that. That's what you could do.
Prison food is not healthy. And if you don't work out, it's just going to make you fat and lazy.
That and lazy.
And anything else. Because I think I know what he looks like.
This is him. He's missing like an eye.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know none of his music.
Me either.
At all.
People are real excited. What is this song? Let's see. He's got a song called Trap Queen.
Yeah.
679.
No.
RGF Island.
No.
My Way.
No.
I don't know none of these songs. And these are his hits. So well, good luck to you. Congratulations, I guess. And that's all I got. That's it for That Happened.
The end of That Happened with Joe. Happy birthday to That Happened with Joe. May you have many more. Maybe 6. But many more.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they all bring you joy and be just as good as the last one. Moving on to Mean Girl Murders.
Mm-hmm.
Episode whatever it is. I don't know what the episode was.
I'm glad that you started it all off like that. Have nothing up. It's always fun.
Great.
Well, we finished out the season, so these are the last 2 episodes of Mean Girls season 3. One is called something as ice, cold as ice, I think.
I don't know.
Calvin.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So we watched season 3, episode 9, cold as ice.
And episode 9.
I guess 10.
10.
But I could not tell you what that was called.
Prayers or something. I know I do a lot with the church.
You said it had something to do with the church?
Yes.
Listen, system. She-Devils.
She-Devils.
Episode 10, She-Devils.
So we'll be going over, the first one is
Cold as ice.
Cold as Ice.
Season 3, episode 9, cold as ice.
So it starts off, you get introduced to a girl named Denali. I don't know her last
Let's say
name.
where they are. So this takes place in Anchorage, Alaska. And we do get introduced to young girls. This is around 2000, I want to say 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19.
2014.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, the scene that gets painted is like in Anchorage, where these girls particularly are. It's desolate and it's isolated. It's a small town. They don't have anything around them for miles. People go missing all the time. Hooray.
Well, indigenous women go missing
but
all the
so
time.
do teens. They're like
Teens.
number 3
in the
in
country.
terms of like top spots for indigenous women to be missing. But teens go missing as well who are not indigenous.
They're like she said, they're ranked number 3 in the country.
They say that most people go missing because of hiking, moose attacks,
Yeah.
bear attacks.
Yeah. Mooses are house-sized animals who are very mean.
Why are we going after the moose? I would think you know a moose is coming, especially if they are house size.
Well,
Why are we still in their path? Why
moose
aren't we leaving?
Very territorial, so sometimes you don't know you're in their territory until you see a house moving towards you.
I would think time to leave. That's what I would think.
Well, evidently they can't get away far because Bullwinkle is very fast.
I've seen many a video of idiots trying to tap them. And it makes me wonder how many times people are just trying to
That's
tap
their
them.
version of towel tipping.
That's what I'm saying. Like how many times are they just like on a dare and lose their lives? So,
well, Bullwinkle doesn't like to be touched.
like the bear attacks, I can kind of get. You're hiking, the bear shows up, death. Okay. The moose does not have claws, and they gotta run at you. And they're the size of a house.
I don't even know if you know this, but them things on their heads are very sharp.
Do you know their fur?
What?
The moose antlers are fur.
Okay. Very, very.
The cartilage is like our nails, but it's also furry.
Okay.
So I don't. They're not antlers like deer, where
It's-
they're to a point.
It still hurts.
Yeah, they're heavy. They are heavy, and they can run fast. But they're also the size of houses. Anywho, that doesn't. We're losing track. The point is,
No, you're
Anchorage, Alaska.
Yes.
Teenagers who have literally nothing to do. They live on the internet, and they have a small kind of clique with each other. They like anime and dreaming about going to the lower 48. They really made it sound like the lower 48 is a wonderland, and where they are is just a dead zone. They really romanticize the lower 48 for some reason,
Because there's nothing to do in Alaska.
which is very interesting to me because Hawaii also is technically a state that's isolated from the rest of the 48 states. But they don't view them, they call it the mainland, when the continuous states, they call that the mainland. The attitude there is not like, oh, I wish I could one day go to the
Because
mainland.
they're on the beach and they have sunshine and beach.
You have sunshine there.
Alaska
They technically
is
have beach there.
dark for, if you don't know, a certain amount of time, period, is just darkness.
But that's not all. That's not the whole of Alaska. That's certain
And
areas.
then another part, there's just all sunlight. So, and there's nothing to do. And it's ice. And it's cold.
But there is stuff to do. Hawaii doesn't have magical events and activities.
It's a difference, Javon.
Okay.
It's the beach, surfer life, and there's just ice and cold. There's a difference.
But there's tons of stuff you can do in the ice. Ice surfing is a thing.
Obviously, these people don't want to do it because they've been there all their lives and they want to get away.
Well, they talk about hiking a lot. And they hunt. They hike, they hunt. I just feel like they're so busy romanticizing what the other states are doing because they're basing it off of television. And I'm I don't know why they're so depressed. Like that's what I got from there. A lot of depression. Maybe it is the sun. I don't know.
So you have a girl named Denali Bremer, Brehmer, Bremer.
We just watched the show. You don't know how they pronounced it?
No, because they just kept saying Denali.
Then just say Denali, Calvin.
So then Denali, she's pretty much a troubled female teen who has all this stuff going. But what she is she has the ability to pretty much get people to do what she wants them to do, and she's very charismatic.
So it makes me wonder if she's charismatic or if she's just extroverted.
I don't know. She pretty much starts this clique with two other boys. One named Caden, another one named Caleb. So it's Caleb, Caden, and Denali. They're friends. They're hanging out, doing stuff, doing whatever. And then all of a sudden, in comes this girl named Cynthia.
Cynthia's not new, by the way. It's not like she moved to the town.
Cynthia, the way they make it sound, she just she comes around.
She became more prominent in the story because other stuff that happens. But they've actually all known each other for a very long time. But Denali suddenly starts hanging out with Cynthia a lot more.
So all of a sudden, Cynthia,
and it's towards the end of Cynthia's high school career.
This is her last name, Cynthia Hoffman. So Cynthia and Denali eventually become best friends. They're hanging out, doing TikToks together, doing the things that teens do. And all of a sudden, Cynthia gets this boyfriend. I can't remember the boyfriend's name. And the fallout starts where Denali ends up sleeping with Cynthia's boyfriend.
I want to say Tyler.
I think Tyler was the name of the guy that was online.
That was Joe. No, oh, you're right. You're right. That Denali was talking to.
So,
but Zach
was the guy that she ended up.
Cynthia was seeing, and then Denali slept with.
They have a falling out, but they decide to mend their friendship.
Let's reel it back just a little bit. How did she meet Zach?
I don't know.
Online. Cynthia meets Zach online.
Okay.
Which confuses me further. How does she not know Zach in town?
What?
Exactly. Zach's not in town.
Zach is in town.
No, he's online. That's how they met.
Tyler's online.
They're all online, Calvin.
Okay.
She met all her boyfriends. Cynthia meets all her boyfriends online.
Okay, I don't know. All I know is somehow I don't think Zach was online. I think Zach was one of the guys in the town.
They said that she met Zach online. When she was telling her other friends, she met Zach online.
Then how did Denali sleep with somebody online?
You can live close by and be online. I don't think he lived in Anchorage.
Okay. Anywho, long story short, somehow Denali sleeps with this guy and they have a falling out. They get back together.
I think the other thing to note is that in the process of all of this, especially when Denali sleeps with Zach, Cynthia has been isolating herself from her friends. She had a core group of friends. They all hung out. They all did whatever. They all loved each other down. And then when she started being closer friends with Denali, she stops talking to them as much.
After her and Denali have the falling out, she starts getting closer to Denali. That's when she starts cutting off her other friends.
After her and Denali have the falling out?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
And get back together as friends and mend. That's when she starts getting close to Denali, and then her other friends.
No, she's already been getting close to Denali.
So
her friends were just commenting that they didn't think it was healthy because of the fallout, and then her coming back.
So at some point, her and Denali get real close. She lets Denali in on another guy she's seeing online, which is named Tyler. Her and Tyler flirting online, doing whatever, and getting close.
No, Denali doesn't know about that guy. Joseph was the guy that she had online, but didn't tell nobody. Tyler was only talking to Denali. He wasn't talking to Cynthia.
Sure. So long it's
in the notes.
She had a boyfriend online she was talking to. She didn't tell Denali about this one. And her and Denali were still doing whatever. I guess Denali tells her about a guy she met online named Tyler.
No, Denali never tells her about Tyler. No one knew about Tyler till after.
Okay. So tell the story, Javon.
Calvin. Calvin. The Zach situation happens. They kind of have a mini break. Now, Cynthia starts talking back to Denali again. Her and Denali's friendship is shaky all the time. Like there'll be random situations where all of a sudden Denali's just not talking to her, and Cynthia doesn't know why. And then that's when Cynthia will lean back on her old friends, who she's like not really prioritizing at all, to complain about how Denali is treating her. And this relationship that they set up is very much a toxic one, where it seems like Cynthia is trying to get Denali's approval all the time and trying to be her best friend. Like she's paying for stuff for Denali. Anytime Denali asks for anything, she's trying to give her stuff. And this is a girl who they also show had quite the future ahead of her. After she graduates high school, she has immediate plans to join her dad's business. She wants to be a handy woman. Like she's got a lot going on for her. She's got the secret boyfriend, Joseph, that she knows not to tell Denali about. And all of this changes, unfortunately, when she goes out on a hike with Denali, Caleb, and Caden. She was supposed to go meet her online boyfriend, Joshua, but she wanted to go on the hike with the three first. She goes out to do the hike. She does not come back. Her family tries to contact her when they realize it's getting late and they haven't heard from her. There's no response. They go and get police involved, but police are slow to do anything because technically at this point, Cynthia is 19 and not a minor. So she doesn't necessarily have to like listen to what her parents are saying. Then they file a missing persons report once the time period has lapsed, which I think is about 24 hours. And that's when the search starts to happen. And it takes them a little while to find her. But then they do find her, and she's not alive. They found her in the woods near the hiking trail. Apparently she was executed, what do they call it? Something style?
Shot in the back of the head.
Execution style. And that launches an investigation.
They asked Denali. First, when they start looking for her, they asked Denali, have she seen her? Denali tells them.
I thought I was telling the story.
She dropped them off. She dropped her off at the park to meet some dude.
Joseph.
So they go to her dad goes to the park looking for her. But he's trying to figure out why the police isn't at the park doing investigations or doing any search or anything. He finds that kind of weird. So finally, I guess he gets a call from the police, or he calls the police and they say, no, we got word that she was at hiking at this whatever.
At the park, yeah.
At the park.
At the national park versus
national park, yeah.
The other one.
And that's when they find her body. So they call Denali and ask her questions. Denali tells them that Caden, they decided to do like some thing where they just tie each other up, but they tied her up first, and that she freaked out, and that Caden took the gun that was in her back, that she had in her back, took it out.
No, it wasn't a bag. She keeps it on
her
person.
That's what I'm saying. She had a gun in her back.
Her waistband.
Her waistband in her back. He took it out, and because that Cynthia said she was going to call the police and report them for kidnapping or whatever, he shot her in the back of the head, then kicked her into the river. They were like, okay, cool. They go and arrest Caden. They're charging Caden with murder. Then all of a sudden, they somehow find a video of Denali saying that she was sorry and that she didn't know she was sorry. She just kept pretty much that she's sorry and she didn't know what happened and she didn't know she's sorry for whatever. So they look at the video. They ask her, why are you, what the video's about? And I guess does she even admit to it?
What? Who?
Does Denali admit to the video that she killed her, or she said she had anything to do with her killing?
Yes.
So she said,
we didn't want to do it. We didn't want to do it's like a full like journal.
We didn't want to do it or whatever.
But it's not only Denali's talking. Mm-hmm. And it's very much it's her saying that it was her plan. But she's also got Caleb and Kaden in the background.
So yeah.
But the thing that got me was that it was circulating amongst the group.
Yeah.
Who tapped into the video? And it was a Snapchat video. If you know anything about Snapchats, they disappear after 24 hours. Somebody watched that video, downloaded it, or screen recorded it, and then held on to it before floating it around. What? Huh?
Okay.
Who was this?
I don't. They don't say.
I'm like, I got a lot of questions.
So they go snatch her up like and saying you're the mastermind. Then she pretty much tells them that a guy online that she met named Tyler, who was this rich dude from Kentucky.
Kansas.
Kansas, this rich guy from
He's
Kansas.
Supposed to be a millionaire
in
Kansas.
What he really liked.
And Calvin thought I was crazy.
And what he really liked was
naked photos
and violent videos.
Allegedly.
So he pretty much said he would give her $9 million if she killed someone.
Mind you, she ain't seen a red cent. They've been talking for a minute. She's been sending him all kinds of photos.
So her, Caleb, and Kaden planned to kill. They didn't have somebody to kill until I guess her and Cynthia had another little falling out or whatever. So then the plan was to kill Cynthia.
And they executed
that plan. They were
going
to use Caleb's car. They used Caleb's car and drove up there. Her and Kaden got out the car. They were going to do some fake thing where they pretend like they're going to tie each other up or whatever. They tie her up. And Caleb takes the gun and shoots her. Kaden takes the gun and shoots her in the back of the head. And so now, not only looking for, they got Caleb, Tyler. Now they're looking for Tyler. They find Tyler, and it turns out he's just a guy who lives in his mom's basement. What was his real name? God damn it. Darren. A guy named Darren.
Go ahead, say that last name.
I don't see the last name. Oh, Darren Mitchell.
No. Shillmiller.
Shillmiller. Darren Shillmiller.
Where did you
from
get?
New Salisbury, Indiana. He wasn't even from Kansas. He's from Indiana.
Again, a millionaire.
She sent it to somebody.
Yeah. Also, they had the transcripts of their conversations because everything has been online. So he's literally been putting this into chats and emails. Idiots. So yeah, Darren Shillmiller, aka Tyler, gets caught. Denali Bremar gets caught. Kaden McIntosh, Caleb Leland, all of them get caught.
I think Denali gets how many years?
99.
She gets 99 years. Kaden gets
Darren gets 99.
Darren gets 99. Kaden gets what?
Kaden was still pending trial, but I just saw an update that I looked up, and now I can't find the page for it. About how it changed to 85. Man sentenced to murder. Kaden McIntosh was sentenced to 85 years in prison with 15 suspended. So I guess that's the time they're giving him credit for.
Yes.
So really he's got 70 years, but he's got like that much time. Caleb Leland sentenced 30 years for the murder. Yeah, not 5.
Okay.
But definitely less than most of them.
So they all got their just due.
He was technically sentenced 40 years with 10 years suspended. So that's crazy. And that was in 2024.
So that's how that Mean Girl episode ended.
Well, it ends even sadder. So the family's reeling from the loss of Cynthia. The dad does a memorial ride because he's part of a biker gang group, whatever, club. And he dies during the memorial ride. He had an accident during her memorial ride and passes.
And that was Cynthia's ghost telling him he needs to come home too.
That's what the stepmom says. Calvin doesn't understand grief for some reason and wants to make fun of this poor lady.
Yeah, I'm like, so she just decided to take the wheel and bring her dad home. That's crazy.
That's interesting because the next Mean Girls that we're going to talk about, apparently that's not crazy. It's all going to make sense, apparently. Ready?
Sure.
Mean Girls, season 3, episode 10, She Devils. This is about a group of people out of Max Meadows, Virginia, which is in the southwest of Virginia. And if you are familiar with Virginia at all, They are part of the South. They were a Confederate state. And this particular area is it's very close to Kentucky and right above Tennessee. The accents were throwing me off for it to be Virginia.
Don't know why. It was just Southern accents.
But we lived in Virginia. They didn't sound like that at all.
Because that's Northern Virginia.
That's all I'm saying. The whole of Virginia is supposed to be considered the South.
I don't know if you know, Virginia is huge. It's big.
Again, the whole of the state is supposed to be considered the South.
Sure.
They do. Virginia counts it.
People count themselves. Sure. Okay. I guess because they're close to the DMV in Maryland. And Maryland doesn't consider themselves the South.
Uh-huh.
So, sure. I don't know. Anywho, we get introduced to this girl named Nikisha. Waddle. And she's
not black. Her name is Nikisha.
Okay.
And she is not black. Okay. Where did they get the name from?
We're not going to get through this one.
We're not, because I could not get over her fact that this child's name was Nikisha in what seems to be the most whitest area ever.
So they're very she's brought up in a Pentecostal town of the Bible Belt. Her mom and everybody there are very religious. Very.
They just said if you didn't go to church, you were a loser. They considered you an outcast.
A sinner, that's all.
Sinner. They also said that lady fully did a 90s style L to the forehead for loser.
Obviously, she's dealing with some demons.
They also said that their class system is very interesting in this town. No. Because it is not only do you have to go to church, they judge you if you don't go to church. So there's a class. So if you don't go to church, you're already at the bottom of that totem pole. But if you don't go to church and you live in a trailer, sub-zero. No, you're under the ground.
That's typical. Trailer trash. Like I
said, for Calvin, this episode's going to make all kinds of sense.
To trailer trash.
Meanwhile, I have a lot of questions.
It's a different level of middle class white people.
It was just
white people's eyes.
There's a portion in this where they talk about how Nikisha had a lot of affluence. Like her family had money, according to them. She was able to get what she wanted when she wanted in terms of material goods.
They had more money than the average family around there.
And they talk about how they couldn't do that because, they were working class. And then they talk about another girl and how her family lived in a trailer and her mom was in and out of prison. But that girl, she's poor. But not them. So, okay.
I told you, I'll explain to you again when we get to that person. So, Nikisha, I don't know
Nikisha is the star Christian girl for this town.
She is the status of what everybody wants their daughter to be in the church.
They say she is pure. They say it more than once, that she is pure and she is Christian.
And she takes her faith seriously. Until she gets to high school when she has no friends and no one wants to be around her. And they're treating her like crap because she's a big girl and she's a tall, big girl.
So according to them, she's a tall, big girl, but also they're saying that she is weaponizing the fact that she's a favorite at church. They don't like how she's weaponizing being the favorite. They did not give us any examples of how she was weaponizing being the favorite, quote unquote. But they're saying that because of that, it also ostracized her from socializing at the school for whatever reason. Mind you, they also are all very church. They're all very churchy, but she's an outcast for being too churchy.
All go to the same school.
Yeah, and they all go to the same school.
But they can't be bothered to be friends with her at school and include her in school for some strange reason.
They said she was weird. They said that she was weird.
Which is weird.
Because she was a big girl and she was too churchy. Mind you, they also love church. Anyway, it doesn't make sense.
Other two girls who were cheerleaders or whatever. So she's in gym class one day being berated by this other girl. And all of a sudden, another tall, big girl comes and pretty much protects her.
Stands up for her, yes.
Her name is Anna.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Anna's last name.
No, it's Annie.
Annie. Her name's Annie.
Belcher.
So Annie Belcher protects her, and They become best friends.
Annie Belcher also is the exact opposite, at least in terms of presenting.
Annie Belcher
to
is
Nikisha.
is a sinner and a Satan worshiper.
She's double. She's a goth. So she's in all black.
She's just goth. That's
She's
pretty much
in all
what
black.
she is.
But she also doesn't subscribe to the church mentality that is most of the town. Like, her family doesn't go to church.
Apparently, she grew up fast. Like Javon said, her parents don't go to church. Her mom's in and out of jail. And they live in a house that has wheels.
And the other ones don't. And that makes a difference.
And that makes her trailer trash. If you know the dynamics, you grew up in the South around people in trailers and all that stuff, you know there's a different dichotomy between
that's
people
their
with
class
houses.
system. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different class system. You could be poor but have a house. But if you're poor in a trailer and a redneck and you drink Bud Light and your parents are in and out of jail and they don't go to church, you're
worse.
Yeah, you're redneck poor.
I got questions. So, okay, you got in the trailer with wheels. Not a great home. That puts you at the lowest level.
Yeah, if you live in a trailer park, yes.
What if you are not in a trailer park, but you're in a double wide, but there's no wheels, but it is on land?
You're still considered poor.
But is it above the trailer park?
Yo, you're still a redneck. Whatever.
So that and the trailer park sit like side by side.
You're in a trailer, it's the same thing. They don't care where the trailer is. Being in a trailer park is far worse.
So there is a difference. So trailer park is the bottom.
Yes.
A double wide, no wheels on its own land, not in a trailer park, still trailer, but not in a trailer park, a little higher.
Yes.
In a house, higher than that.
Yes.
So what's the highest? Rich house.
Yeah, suburbs.
Okay, suburbs is the highest.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. Also, you don't see a person of color in this place.
What you call the Dixie? Oh God, I forgot what they call them.
What?
I do declare. I forgot what they call them. Anywho, moving on. Just keep sticking to the story. They start hanging out together. Nikisha and Annie. They become best friends. And also now Nikisha is starting to do some sinning.
And by that, she dresses goth. And that's the sinning. She
dresses
goth.
Now she's also talking to men online and trying to be fast.
She's a teenager in the early 2000s. Everybody was talking to a man online.
She's the only one with a computer in that neighborhood.
Is that true?
Yes, she's the only one with a computer.
With a home computer.
Yes, she's the only one with a home computer.
They said it with such bitterness. They were like, "No, I didn't have a home computer." They said it with like bitterness.
I told you this one girl. I'm like, sounds like jealousy.
Not all of us could have afforded a home, a computer in the home.
And I told you, it sounded like jealousy. I'm like, this is not Christian. I'm like, she sounds like she's jealous. It's bitterness. I said that. I
guess what sets me off or triggers me about this is that dichotomy of being like, we're such good Christians. We couldn't believe she was doing all this sin and it must be the devil. And then on the other hand, fully judging and condemning a person because they live in a trailer park. Like I was lost and confused.
I don't know why. That's what happens.
I just think it's super hypocritical.
Yeah. Welcome to a lot of Christians.
So why do you get so mad when I have my reactions?
No, I'm not mad at your reactions.
You absolutely are.
I'm mad at who your reactions are towards.
Calvin.
Sometimes.
What?
I'm not even mad. I'm just pointing stuff out. Anywho,
so the point is, Nikisha is apparently losing herself to the devil. She's dressing goth. She's starting to talk back to the mom. She's not going to church as much.
Her friends have a sleepover at her house. They see her on the internet talking to a guy. They're trying to talk her out of it or whatever, seeing how she's doing too much or whatever. Wooty-woo.
I don't know how true that is. I don't think that was the truth.
I don't even know why they're at her house when they don't talk to her at school. Really.
Nothing was making sense.
Because if
they were making fun of her, they said that she was a loner, and then at the same time, why wasn't she coming to us as her best friends? We were sleeping over at her house. What you mean? How's that happening?
Yeah.
Her only friend was Annie? Was it?
That does, something doesn't make sense. You're her church family and friends. You talk to her outside of school, at her home, and at church, but at school, for some reason, you just can't.
You ignore her?
Yeah.
Why?
It seems strange. Anyway.
Also, if you're a teenager and she's talking to a would-be boyfriend, again, this is the early 2000s. We're just discovering how the internet is working. There is no way those girls did not also have something in a similar vein.
I don't know. Anywho, I'm not gonna tell you my demons when it's not about me.
I'm just saying, being jealous that she got a home computer and then condemning her for using that home computer, hilarious.
So I don't. Somehow her mom finds out that she's doing all this stuff. So her
Not
mom,
somehow, those girls told.
her mom takes reads the scripture, gets some healing oil. Some holy
but
oil.
That's after she disciplines Nikisha and tells her she's got to write the scripture.
So she told her she had to write Our Father prayer over and over and over and over. I don't know how many times. And then she takes
100
holy oil and pretty much wipes down her whole room to bless it, which is normal. I know I'm not gonna say normal, which some people do when they first get a home. They bless the home.
That I get doing that when you first get in the home.
Or
but
if
you're
if you're in really holy family in a holy home, they do that to ask that, like, to get Satan out of here.
I get that for like blessing the entirety of the home.
So
your kid acting out.
Yeah. So you fight the world with the word. That's how
she lost
view it. So fast forward, the stepfather. Okay, so to go back in the story, it's her and her mom at first. Her mom remarries and marries another guy. So now she's a teen. Her stepfather goes out of town to do something. He comes back home. The home it's ransacked, basically.
Yeah, everything's
He's trying to figure
over.
out what's going on. He calls the police. The police come in, and as soon as the police detective gets there, he's like, "This doesn't look like a robbery. This looks staged." Because it doesn't make sense. Nothing really looks stolen. It's just like people just flipped some stuff over.
They made a mess.
Made a mess. So he's talking to him like, "Have you got in contact?" He said, "My wife and my stepdaughter's missing." So what was the mama named? Vaughn? The mom was named Vaughn, right?
Uh-huh.
Vaughn Thomas. So he said, "My wife Vaughn and my stepdaughter Nikisha is missing." So the police start to talk to him, ask him, "So have you and Vaughn had any issues?" Like, no. But Vaughn and Nikisha have been having issues for the last couple of months over the internet and all the stuff she's been going on. Nikisha ends up becoming an online, falling in love with this guy online.
Yes, that she's been catfishing.
In Newport News, Virginia.
Yes. She told this man that she was an adult.
She pretty much told him she was older than what she was.
An adult.
So
she's 14.
They're still looking for Vaughn and Nikisha. They call Annie, and he goes over to Annie's house and asks Annie's dad, "Hey, we're looking for Annie to see if she knows the whereabouts of Nikisha and maybe her mother Vaughn." He takes her in the back room to Annie's room. Annie's in there, and he sees Nikisha, on the bed sleeping. He walks up to her to talk to her, and she just jumps up. And he said, "Hey, Nikisha, we've been looking all over for you. Do you know where your mom is?" She's like, "Yeah, I killed her." And he's like, "I'm sorry. What happened?" She's like, "Yeah, I killed her." And he got, "Oh, she's serious." So he arrests her. And he takes Annie as well. And he takes her down to the precinct, and pretty much Nikisha tells him the story that how her and her mom got into it, and her mom went to work. She was supposed to go to school, but she skipped school. Her mom comes home at 12, sees her, and they start arguing again, and she grabs a knife and stabs her. Her mom runs out the back door. She runs up and stabs her mom a couple of more times, and her mom falls down.
It's not a couple.
We know. So he's talking to her, trying to figure out things. He asks Annie what's happened. Annie says she wasn't there or something.
Mm-hmm.
So how did they find out that Annie was there? What happened? I forgot how they put two and two that Annie was there. Oh, they go talk to the boyfriend, the dude that she was in love with. Nikisha goes to see that guy. And he pretty much tells her, "Yeah, when she got here, I saw she was like a teen.
14.
14. Yeah. I told her to get the hell away from me and get off my property." He said she was with somebody else.
Yeah.
So they find out I guess they put two and two that was Annie. So they go and confront Annie again. And Annie tells them she was there when Nikisha decides to stab her mom.
Yeah. And then they work together to bury
the body. She didn't step in to try to stop Nikisha from stabbing her mom or whatever.
Right.
Then, after she stabs and kills the mom, they go and see the boyfriend, or who she thought the guy didn't want to be her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then he shunned her away. They came back and then tried to get rid of the body and pretty much staged.
They tried to burn it. They put rubbing alcohol and like nail polish remover all over the body, but it wouldn't catch. Okay. So then they ended up digging like a shallow hole to put the mom into and tried to cover it with like cement, but they didn't mix it well. So it stayed wet.
So.
And then they put like logs over it.
So they find the body and they find out that the mom was stabbed over about 48 times.
43.
I thought it said, on the thing they say 48.
No, it says 43 over there too.
Sure. About 48 times.
No.
And they're like, that's a lot.
Because it is. And she's only stabbed in the neck, face, and back. It's all way up her body.
And they're like, the whole time, Annie, you were standing there and you did nothing. She's like, I was just standing there.
That is what she says. I was just standing there.
So they ended up giving Nikisha, how many years did she get?
Well, they.
Or she's still.
No, she definitely got her time, because she's not out till 2038.
Oh yeah, she got like I don't know. She got a lot of time. She'd be out, so she got about 40-some years. Yeah.
And even now, almost 7 years.
She got like 30-some years.
She was sentenced to 70.
70?
But it got knocked down to 30.
30?
Because they made it second-degree murder versus intentional homicide.
Oh, I guess it changed. She blacked out.
Murder 1 would give her a much longer.
So I guess she's saying since it wasn't premeditated.
Yeah.
It just was a spur of the moment.
Yeah.
They knocked her 70 to 30.
Yeah.
She'll get on like 2038 or something like that.
Yeah. She'll be 48.
Annie got what, 5, 15?
She definitely got much less because she out now. But she also passed. So I don't.
But the sad thing is she got out. She did like 5 or 10 years or something like that. But she got out and she died when I guess she got out.
A few years after. Yeah.
A few years after she got out. So, what is your takeaway from this? That one. That
I can understand why people were burned as witches. Watching this, you have a town mentality of like what's right and what's wrong, and I get like on paper, it makes things very simple to sort if you just have 1 or 2, and that's it. Nowhere in this video, in the interviews, does anybody talk about what the emotional or mental health of these kids were at all. For Nikisha to go from being the purest of Christians to a goth, and no one was like, let's have her talk to somebody, is very alarming to me. Instead, their response was, have her read the scripture, have her write down the scripture. Let's get this holy oil in here. That was their response. I also went and looked up a Psychology Today article because the 43 stabs to the face, neck, and back, because she said she stabbed her, and then when she went down, she stabbed her some more to make sure she was dead. That's a lot of anger. That's a lot of anger.
Yeah.
And like resentment.
Yeah.
And according to a Psychology Today article, basically they talk about how like for kids that end up killing their parents in some way, a lot of it is because they don't have any other means of control in their own lives. Their parents control almost every other aspect. And this is a way for them to act out and to make a choice for themselves. And especially in terms of teenagers, they talk about how like there's a difference between pre-adolescence and adolescence, meaning like after 11, 12, 13, which is what Nikisha fell into. She was about 14 when this went down. They tend to make the reactions that they make because the normal turbulence of adolescence runs up against constraints they perceive have been placed upon them in a setting of limited alternatives, which is a very fancy way of saying they didn't see any other way out. And then it goes on to say that there's like about 3 different types who do this. You've got the kid that's been severely abused and is pushed beyond their limits. You've got another one that's a severely mental ill child. And then you've got a third one that's supposed to be the dangerously antisocial child. The dangerously antisocial child is what they try to paint Nikisha to be. However, she doesn't exhibit the typical traits of an antisocial kid. She has friends. She has community. She has friends and family. She goes to her dad's place when everything goes down. She's got sleepovers with the girls. She's best friends with Annie. So I don't think she falls into the antisocial category. In my opinion, I think she's a combination of the other two, severely abused and severely mental ill, is my take. Now, I don't know that this lady was physically abusing her daughter, but I could see her emotionally and verbally abusing her daughter. I could see there being a control issue of how she wants her daughter to be a particular way, and that resentment built and built and built. And Akeisha found an outlet where she felt like she was finally being seen, and that was about to be taken away from her, and she reacted.
Or could it be she lost it?
But what would trigger her to lose it?
Who knows? It could be a lot of things. Or maybe she was just evil.
That's supposedly what that antisocial kid is. They, like, out of the blue, they just snap, and there's no remorse.
Or maybe something just jumped in her and made her just do it.
The devil.
So
the way that the investigators were like, I think the demon took over her. And they're not kidding. They're not this is not them doing like an allusion to something or an allegory. They're dead serious that that's what happened.
It could have been that. It could have just been she just was, because to me, she, from listening to everybody talking about her, she didn't exhibit anything out of the ordinary. She don't fit none of the traits in that thing you just read.
But my other thing is nobody was just paying attention to her either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, to all intents and purposes, outside of the boyfriend and Annie, she didn't really have a lot.
It don't sound like she had any mental issues or anything.
I don't think that we can clarify that. We don't know if she was dealing with anything. Also, people's definitions of what quote unquote mental issues are, they're so circumstantial. It changes all the time. Like, none of us are actually psychologists. But I would not be surprised if this girl was dealing with an immense pressure at home and it wasn't stopping. I think she was learning to stand up for herself by being friends with Annie. And I don't think her mom liked that or felt that it was disrespectful. And that led to a lot more fighting. Because they talk about how, like, they just kept fighting, like, nonstop. It was nonstop fighting. And this church, the churchiness of it as well, I'm just saying it adds a whole other level of control, of conformity that these people had to stick with, or they wouldn't be seen as, like, socially acceptable. It's crazy. So yeah. And then also, like, if you read the notes about what the prosecutor said about her, he really tries to paint her as mentally ill. He really tries hard to paint her as mentally ill.
Who?
The prosecutor.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I just think she had what's happened. Something happened. It caused her to go over the edge and go too far. I think Annie might have had more to do with it than she's leading on to. Probably.
I don't see.
But I'm not gonna blame anything on Annie, because in the day Annie wasn't the one that was wielding the knife. But I also blame Annie for not stopping anything.
You don't think it's interesting that Annie, who they openly say comes from, like, a broken home and does not have the best relationship with her own mother, is somebody that Nikisha feels she can confide in?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is,
what are you not saying? I asked you if you thought it was interesting.
I can see that.
Okay.
I can see it. I'm not saying it. I actually, I think that's what it was.
Uh-huh.
But I think Annie could have stopped this. That's what I'm saying. But I think in her way, she saw her mom being probably killed, and that's what she kind of wanted.
Also, they were kids. They're not adults making these decisions.
So I don't know.
I could fully see a 14-year-old being like, I see her getting angry. And coming from the way they described Danny's background, her seeing violence wouldn't have been a big deal. But the actual murder being something different. Being like, oh, no. Wait.
So, yeah. I guess she was a true friend because she tried to help get rid of it and do everything she could.
Okay.
So,
okay.
At least she found.
You said at least she was a G. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
She was a G.
Interesting.
That's for that. I mean, that for anything, I can't remember saying.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So
the one silver lining.
Yeah, the one silver lining. She went down with the ship.
Like went down with the ship.
She took it to her boyfriend's house. So she tried. Yeah, so she was down for whatever.
She was down for whatever. But yeah, so yeah. I think mostly me and Calvin are gonna agree to disagree about what the intentions were.
Intentions of what?
Of Nikisha's mom.
I think the mom was just trying to protect her daughter. I'm not gonna sit there and say that lady was mentally abusing that girl or physically abusing the girl because we don't know. All we know is she was super religious. That's all. And from what I know, with people who are super religious, normally when a child is brought up like that, eventually they either go far to the right or far to the left.
You don't think that's interesting that it's either one of those extremes? There's not a middle. They're either all in or they are not. You don't think that's weird?
It depends on the person, man.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say.
So my life experiences of me being with kids whose parents were hyper Christian, like very controlling, using like weaponizing the religion to control their kids type of a thing. I could absolutely see this going the way that it did.
You say weaponizing the religion. How they're weaponizing the religion?
To get their kid to do what they want to do, they'll say that they are betraying Jesus, kind of a deal. Oh, you don't want to do this? You're not a child of God. Oh, you're not listening to your parents? You're going against the commandments, or you're going against the scripture, or you're going against whatever. So they'll use their religion as like an extra oomph to try to get their kids in whatever they think should be the good line.
Okay.
Regardless of whether or not this is actually helpful for the kid.
In that case, every parent does that. To a certain extent. It's just they don't.
My parents never threatened me with the Bible.
They don't use religion, but they use probably a belt or standing in the corner or some other type of discipline.
Mean micromanaging their children. I don't mean just disciplining and scolding. I mean like, you have to wear this. You have to dress and eat this. You have to look like this. You have to say this. I need to know where you are every second of the day.
That lady was telling her you got to eat this. Maybe dress a certain way.
I guess what triggered it for me was them stressing how pure she is. For somebody to be seen as pure, that's a lot of aesthetic that you have to show to be seen as pure. That means that she was dressing modestly. That means that like she fit every stereotype that they had of what somebody pure looked like.
Okay.
And acted like.
Okay. She just fit it aesthetic.
But I don't think she fit it. I think she was forced into it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think she had the option to not do it. So when she finally did have the option to choose for herself, I could see why she went so drastic. I could see why she went from being quote unquote pure to gothic.
Okay. Sure. Okay. I'm just.
A lot of goth kids come from Christian households. A lot of goth kids come from these very rigid, very strict religious households.
Good for them. I don't know. I guess.
I'm just saying, I have room to accept your life experiences and how you view this, but you don't have any of that room for me. So that's okay.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about this particular woman.
You've been sitting here rolling your eyes and sighing. You're really? Okay.
I'm talking about this particular woman.
Okay.
I don't know what she done because no one can tell you what she's done. You see what I'm
They
saying?
have told us what she's done. I think we just perceived it in two different ways. You saw it as not harmful
I saw
and just her using like her skill set. Like this is what she knows to do to help her kid. But for
yes.
me, I saw it as further manipulation to make sure her kid does what she wants her kid to do.
Okay. I didn't read into the manipulation part because they didn't show me anything that was manipulative.
My thing is her having free access to her kid's room meant that Nikisha did not have a space that was just hers at all. At all.
I didn't have a space. No kid has a space. Okay. The difference is how you were raised. Okay. So, okay, cool. I get that. Okay, I get that.
I also need you to keep in the frame of mind
I get that.
that there are different expectations for girls than there are for boys.
I get that.
You grew up with this experience as a boy.
I get that.
You had a lot more freedoms.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, daughters and mothers tend to be a little different with each other.
Mm. So I just think it's sad all around. I don't think this lady should have lost her life. I don't think she should have been stabbed all those times. But the fact that she was stabbed that many times and then post-mortem continued to be stabbed, something else is going on.
Yeah, because it's 40 sometimes. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
It wasn't an accidental one, too. It was a lot.
That's resentment.
No, it's a lot. But I hope, but maybe this was a blessing in disguise for Nikisha. She's got a space that's away from all of that. Granted, it's prison, but she's in a space that's away from all of that. She has the opportunity to continue to work on herself as much as she can while she's in where she's at. And ultimately, that's what she wanted. She wanted to be away from her mom, and she is.
And two, you know that space way more better than me.
What space? Prison? I do not know prison.
Yes, you do. Prison. And
you said don't joke with us, Joe. You know you've been in there for murder.
And the dynamics of that community.
White people.
Yeah. And
most of the white people I knew were non-denominational, or they were what's the word?
Catholic.
Well, yeah, there were some Catholics, but there's like a subset of Christianity where they believe in like having as many kids as possible. I forget. Fundamental Christians.
Sure, whatever. I just thought it was crazy how many times she stabbed her mom.
It was a lot.
That's just it for me. That was just the only thing for me. And that was the thing for me.
Many times.
That's all. Yeah, that's the only thing for me was just how many times. Like, your arms don't get tired?
At some point, you were like, man, I need a drink. Like, none of that
at
happened?
some point. And if I'm standing there watching this, at some point, I'm be like, okay, this shit has to stop.
Like 1, 2, oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
43?
After the first 6 or 7, either I'm out or I'm doing something. I'm out.
6 or 7?
Yeah, after the first 6 or 7, I'm like, the first 2, I'm like, okay. Oh, okay.
That's more than first 2. That means first 2, you're like, whoa.
Whoa, yeah.
3, 4, okay.
Yeah, at the first time, you're like, what the fuck?
5, 6, we need to stop.
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
At the first, I'm like, okay.
20, 30? Wait.
This is crazy. But after
why am I still watching this?
Exactly. At some point, you're like, why am I still watching this? She stood there the whole time.
But I also wonder if it was because she was so loyal to her friend.
Ain't no loyalty. There ain't that much loyalty in the world.
But again, thinking about like what they've said is included in her background. She might not be shocked by violence. So I could see that her being like, okay, well, are you done?
There's no way you can tell me she saw somebody get stabbed 40 sometimes.
I don't know what she saw. I don't know what this poor girl saw by the age of 14.
One thing to see somebody get beat up, some other stuff. It's one thing to see somebody just stab somebody.
They made it sound like this girl was a demon herself. So I don't know what she saw.
Maybe she was just paralyzed in fear.
That too.
So I don't know. But
or maybe she literally was inside and came out and was like, "Oh, okay, we're still going. All right, well,
whatever." At some point, I go, "I'm out." or a scream or something.
I guess the other thing that I found crazy was how much time she got just by like they didn't plan it. So it's not like she helped her plan anything. She literally was there. Granted, she did not stop anything.
She was there and she didn't stop anything.
But the amount of time they were trying to make an example of that girl. That's a lot of time.
So,
I mean, the girl with the yellow car that we talk about all the time, she was also under minor age. She was an adult. She got 7 years. She got 7 years. She murdered somebody.
She got 7 years because the police were bad.
I'm just saying.
So she got off because of bad police work.
She only did 7.
That was a spit in the police face, and we're not going to give her that time because you idiots didn't catch this girl 3 years ago.
Meanwhile, this girl did not help plan a murder. Granted, didn't stop it either. Got like 10 plus. Okay.
It also depends on where you are.
I guess.
Where and when you do
California
stuff.
Was like, she's young.
No.
Virginia was like, she's an adult.
It's where she was, and her family probably had money.
She's an adult and she's a demon. Okay. This is a side question. You could see
this one nonsense. Right here. They're not that. They don't have that much money. They're poor.
I don't begrudge the investigator and the police dude for being like, we've seen a lot of evil in our line of work. I don't begrudge them. I know they've seen crazy things, but they're astute knowledge, and that the fact that these girls were demons. If that is the case, why are we putting them in jail?
Because that's what it is.
So they can culminate with the other demons.
That's where it's supposed to go.
Wouldn't they just be friends with the other demons at some point? What if you have a demon over friend?
Okay, Javon, now you're just thinking too much.
I'm just saying.
Now you're trying to do some Japanese
Why
manga
would you
type
corral
stuff,
all the demons in one place? That seems like a bad decision.
Now you trying to be funny in anime.
I'm not saying it's funny. I'm just saying logically.
Moving on to 90
How is that safe?
Whatever. Moving on to 90 days before 90 days. It's just a mom killing for me.
It's the way she killed her mom for me too.
Also, this Mean Girls thing that has nothing to do with the.
Okay, so in this instance for me, the Mean Girls were the clique. Her clique was mean. Her group of friends.
But she didn't kill any of them. She killed her mom.
But I could see how the further isolation that she felt led to some of the decision making that she made. Also, I don't think they told us the whole story about what was going on between her and the mom. I really don't. Because again, 43. So
probably not. And that's my thing. I can't make a conclusion on the mom because I don't know if they're telling me the whole full story about the mom and her relationship.
But the other thing is, like, the mom is technically also a girl. She, like, the way it's painted is that she could have been facing bullying by her mother as well. Thus the Mean Girls.
All right. Officially, finally moving on to.
But also, that's the end of Mean Girls, so Calvin won't have to worry about the title matching the story that's being told.
There's another one. Friends of killers.
Killer among friends.
Killer among friends. The friend better be a killer.
They can be coworkers, we decided.
No, they're not friends. The killer better be friend to the person they're killing. That's all I'm saying by watching this crap.
We just said, like, the cookie, for example, the cookie murders. That counts as a killer among friends.
I'm not going over this anymore. Okay. I'm not going over this again. I'm not going over this again. I'm not. We will have this discussion off air again. But I'm not going to have it
spiral at a later time.
Exactly. Because that's going to be another 30 minutes of me going off. So let's get to 90 days before the 90 days before I go off spiraling again.
I will give you the patchet one. That didn't make sense. But okay.
So the couples.
What episode are we in?
Episode, I think, is 6. I don't. I'm just going over what we saw in the episode.
90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. This is season 8.
It had to be episode 5 or 6.
Okay.
One of it. So, Javon and Annalyn. He's finally on his way to the Philippines to meet Annalyn.
After 6 years.
After
6 years of talking with her, 3 years of being married to her.
He gets there. She meets him at the airport. They kiss, they hug. They go back to the hotel. They get to the hotel. She has things set up. He's happy. They're good. She goes to take off his shoes to put on his slippers, and his feet smell ungodly. And she's like, "Please go take a shower and wash your feet, because your feet smell ungodly."
He was like, "It was a 30-hour flight." She's like, "You could have kept your. There's hygiene. You could have kept yourself clean."
So
come on, man.
I guess he kills the mood.
But before he gets there, it's them freaking out because they've been nonstop fighting this whole time. And they're worried about what that's going to look like when they're finally face to face.
So we get her backstory with Annalyn.
Annalyn.
She pretty much stops working her job so that she can get on the same schedule as him in the Philippines so they can talk.
But that's not a new development. She's been not working.
So he sends her like $400 a month,
which should tell you how far that goes.
So
in the Philippines.
She lives next door to her mom. She goes to her mom's store and her mom talks about the situation.
Her mom runs a store, yes.
And she's basically like Javon said, they
Which Javon?
You.
Okay.
That they have been pretty much arguing nonstop.
Yeah.
And she's trying to figure out, is that gonna be what ends their relationship?
Right. Because it's not like they're boyfriend and girlfriend and she can just break up with him. They are technically married.
So, like I said, he gets there, they meet, they go to the hotel, she tells him his feet stink, he goes take a shower, they get in bed, and we don't know. I guess they get it in. Make love, whatever.
She's worried. She hasn't had sex in like 10 years. So she's a little concerned. I don't know why. Because this man is... I'll keep my comments to myself. Anyway. I don't think she has anything to worry about. Also, I just really can't stand this man. I don't like his lackadaisical attitude about her concerns. He makes it sound like anything that she talks to him about is either aggressive or her being unhinged. And I'll give it to you. She's spicy. She's a spicy Filipina for sure. But guess what? Most of us are. That shouldn't be a shock. He's known her for so long. Anyway. Anytime she brings up her concerns, he brushes it off like she's talking nonsense. And this is the same dude who was like, yeah, I did have a crush on a friend and we almost acted on it. And I told her about this. I told Annalyn about all of this. And yeah, I'm still talking to that friend. Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Because he is crazy. And that's pretty much Javon and Annalyn. Moving on to Laura and Burkhan.
Okay.
For some strange reason,
I don't think Laura needs to be in a relationship right now.
She is looking for this fairy tale thing that is not happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's killing her.
It's not a fairy tale, by the way.
Killing her joy or
expectations
of Birkin.
She wants a romantasy. You know what that is? It's romance and fantasy, which means it's not real, together. She has said on several occasions that all she reads is dark romantasy. And in all of those books, it's a toxic behind relationship where the man is essentially, they're trying to paint him as a sundry, meaning like he's a little cruel.
I don't know.
Japanese character. Sure. But he's like, it's like he's mean and he gets off on being mean to the person he's into. She paints it like that. He's a bad boy who like is really, rough on the outside, but a teddy bear on the inside. And that's how she kind of tries to paint Burkhan as like this misunderstood, dark individual. But she gets him. She sees him. And then the reality is, nope.
He's just a dull person.
He's just a young person. That's the other thing. They have a 14-year age gap?
Yeah, she's 47, he's 26.
Yikes.
So it's a 21-year age gap.
Yikes. So, but she's feeling unwanted. She thought she was going to get off her flight, meet him, like run into his arms. He'd have flowers. And he, for the most part, all of that happened for her when she got off that train.
And he pretty much sucked the skin off her face. That's what she wanted.
Exactly. Like could barely contain himself on the train ride home. But he's just like normal. And she's staring at him expectantly.
So
they get to the Airbnb and she's waiting for action. That don't happen.
So he sends her to bed. because she said they do a walk around the town. Then she get back to the house, the Airbnb. She's tired and she's like, okay, I'm gonna stay up and watch some TV.
He's like, yeah, go ahead, get settled. And watch
so she gets upset because he doesn't come to bed or anything, and nothing happens.
And then she gets further upset because after they have a conversation about her feeling isolated from him, and him like trying to make her feel better, he lets her know that he's not comfortable with having sex with her right away. They have their makeout session, but he's like, I want to put the brakes on us having sex, and she's upset about that too.
So
she feels like he's not attracted to her.
So then to make him less attracted to her or feel a certain type of way, she takes him to get a skin graft, but she's going to get like a lipo or something.
This tells me her real reason for being in Turkey, like seeing him, I feel like is the bonus. She's really there for the procedures. She wants to get a skin tightening done because she has a lot of loose skin. She lost a lot of weight. She went from she said 318, and now she's like 1 something.
I guess.
She's lost over 100 pounds. And if you've watched any of the big people shows on TLC, what's it called?
My 600-pound life.
Yeah, stuff like that. If you go through a dramatic weight loss, meaning you lose weight in a fast manner, you get excess skin. The skin doesn't have time to go back at all. Skin is actually elastic, but it's like if you take all the air out of a balloon immediately and it wilts, it's like that. It won't go back to its original state. So she got a lot of excess skin, and it's a concern of hers. She worries that if Burkhan sees her like naked in the body she currently has, he's going to further lose interest. And
turns out she don't have to worry about that because they show her
Calvin is a monster. But she goes to the plastic surgeon.
I'm a monster. That's literally what happened.
I'll explain why you're a monster in a second. She goes to a plastic surgeon to get all these quotes. She's like, I'm starting to regret why bringing Burkhan. I don't know why she brought Burkhan.
Exactly. I said the same thing.
I agree with that. Why bring him? To Burkhan's credit, he is a little surprised by what he sees because it shows everything. You see her stomach, all this stuff, all the loose skin. The doctor is very kind and patient with her, and it's like, this is very normal for people who lose a lot of weight in a short amount of time. This is what we can do. This is, what I think is good for you. But now she's like, this is further proof that Burkhan's not going to be attracted to me. To Burkhan's credit, he says the right things afterwards. He talks about how he loves her for her. He understands that she wanted to make changes to her body, and she's just continuing in that process of making changes to fit her new body. And he doesn't hold any of that against her. But what he doesn't say in there is that he finds her hot. And the reason I think Calvin is a monster is the fact that for women, they are vilified for not having whatever somebody thinks is supposed to be a quote unquote normal body. Bodies look all kinds of ways. They look all kinds of ways. If you gain weight and lose weight, it's going to look away. If you have babies, it's going to look away. Your body, especially for women, our bodies constantly change, but we're taught to be ashamed of those changes because they don't fit a certain aesthetic. So that's why Calvin's a monster.
Whatever. She shouldn't have took him to see that.
There you go.
That's her fault.
There you go.
Moving on, and that's where we leave them at.
Okay.
Him being terrified, and her being.
Does he actually say he's terrified? Like, they ask him what his opinion is on the picture, but does he actually say that that's going to stop me from being with her?
The look on his face, he's like, "Holy shit!"
Okay.
But he doesn't say it.
Okay.
So kudos to him. Emma and Ziad. Or Zad.
No.
What was the
What's happening?
dude, the bad guy in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie?
Zorg?
The purple ooze guy.
Zorg?
You sure it was Zorg?
Yes. Zorg.
Okay. I don't think it was Zorg. It was Z, but I don't think it was Zorg. Okay. Anywho, Zorg.
I don't know why.
They're upset.
None of that reference made sense.
She's upset because she's hiding something from him, so now he has to be hiding something from her because she's hiding something from him.
She's upset
that's
because
the issue.
That's how she knows she's living. Honestly. If it's not one thing, it's something else. She's going to create constant conflict.
So he takes her on a horse and carriage ride, and he pretty much tells her, I don't care about your past.
I have so many opinions right now.
What
so
are
many
they?
opinions.
What are they?
Ziad, to me, comes across as somebody who's a little immature, but otherwise a great guy. He seems like a very nice guy. It's almost like she's not taking into account his actual culture, where they actually are in their relationship.
Why would I?
Do you think they're boyfriend and girlfriend?
I don't know.
They're not.
Why?
They're situationship. There's been no titles. That was one of her complaints. So her expectation that he's going to propose, where is this coming from?
Wait. So
I thought they were boyfriend and girlfriend as well. They are not.
So this is why he doesn't. So it's not him, it's her.
Absolutely, 110%.
Which I already knew it was her, but
she's like, he was calling me my wife. He was saying all this. Yeah, girl. It's called game. Like that's everybody talks absolute nonsense at the beginning. That's what they do. He wasn't being dead serious. What is happening right now?
That's only if you have no game. You do things like that. If you have game,
no,
you're just honest.
Men in his culture, that's almost how they express like sweetheart, my wife, my love.
So that being said,
it's an endearment. It's not a definition.
That being said, her expectations is
insane.
Moving on away from her because that.
So let's not go any deeper than that.
Yeah, that's pretty much all that is. Yeah, they do a horse and carriage ride. She gets upset because she thinks she's hiding something from her because he said he doesn't care about her past. So in her mind, what is he hiding from her that he doesn't care about the past?
She also installed an app.
Make any sense.
She installed an app on his phone.
Into which she can see that he's
following
a bunch of girls or people. And
she's like, I know he's talking to one of them because that is how they met. They met on Instagram. He DM'd her.
So that's Emma Ziad.
Ziad is 2 syllables.
Forrest and Sheena. Sheena has
run, girl. Get out of there.
Sucked her teeth into Forrest to the point where Forrest doesn't want to even listen to his mom anymore. That she-devil Sheena.
Oh gosh.
Has poisoned his mind with her sheer innocence.
I don't agree with this rhetoric. This is Sheena slander.
And beloved, what's her name?
First of all, Sheena is an angel. How dare you? How dare you? She is an animal saving angel. In the Philippines, do you know how many dogs are just out here and about? Cats. She's taking care of animals that other places just don't take care of. She's an angel. Then she's being berated by a white woman on her home turf on a regular basis because she's in love with this man. To her credit, she is in love with a man who will stand up to his mom for her, which is a rare thing on 90 Day Fiancé.
So they have a sit down about
the same
Forrest,
thing they've been talking about forever.
Forrest and Sheena going to meet her parents first before he brings his mom. Forrest's mom says something so dumb and so because it's so white. That's what it is. She said, I don't want.
She's saying
because her culture
is coming up with a lot of excuses. She's coming up with a lot of excuses.
Just because her culture says that they supposed to take care of the parents.
Right.
I don't want her
to use that as an excuse for not saving money the way she was supposed to for Forrest.
And for them to try to put that on Forrest or something stupid she said.
No, she said, I don't believe this, that it's the culture as the reason why she can't keep her money.
I don't believe it's the culture that she has to take care of the oldest person in the family, has to take care of the parents.
The story keeps changing.
That's the issue.
First, her parents are talking bad about her and they want her money. Next thing, they're good people and she loves them. Which one is it? All of it can be true, man. All of it can be true. She's saying her culture is that she's got to take care of her parents. All of our cultures say that we got to take care of family.
No, she didn't say that.
She said in the episode prior.
Okay.
She's like, that's normal. But all of her money? Yeah, girl.
No, all the culture don't say you have to take care of your parents.
With the white lady?
I'm like, we in America throw away old people all the time. That's why we have nursing homes.
She asked Sheena the same question 80 different ways.
And got
Sheena gives the same answer every time.
The same way every time.
And for whatever reason, in Molly's mind, she's trying to show Forrest like you can't trust Sheena. It's all over the place. Because on the one hand, she's like, she embraced Sheena when she first got there. She was like, oh, seeing her in person, I can see how happy she is, but I don't like that lady. They're getting souvenirs and talking about how beautiful the Philippines is. She was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that your country is actually beautiful. That is a backhanded compliment.
I don't care. At some point, I want the camera and hit her across the face with the camera.
She's like, I want to be there when Forrest meets your parents. And Sheena's like, no.
I'd rather we go first. That way he can broach the situation and ask for my hand. Because technically, he's broke. There's some things he might have to do. Dowries and stuff he might have to pay in that culture to get her hand in marriage. He might can't afford. So we have to figure out a way to do this in a civilized way. That's pretty much what Sheena's saying. And Forrest is like, okay, it makes sense. Molly thinks somehow they're gonna
talk Forrest out of his fortune,
his mind, and talking about the money that he doesn't have.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want him to be taken advantage of. The story she gave us was that he had a Thailand girlfriend and got scooped when he tried to meet up with the Thailand girlfriend.
I'm assuming that girl wasn't on the spectrum. I'm assuming it was actually a scam.
I'm also assuming he had money at that time. We know Forrest is not working right now.
So
what do you mean?
So that's them sitting.
The other thing I don't like is Forrest being like, I got to take you away from them. I understand wanting to take her out of the situation that she's in, because it's not a healthy one.
I think that's the only way he can articulate it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's him trying to be
like malicious.
Yeah, I think that's the only way he can articulate it.
Yeah. To show that like he wants to protect her.
Yeah. So
they're really growing on me as a couple. Really are.
I'm not going to read too much into what Forrest says.
Yeah. You're like, the intention and what he's saying might not be the same thing.
Yeah, because he's on the spectrum. So I
honestly was very surprised he stood up to his mom the way he did. Because he doesn't do it just once. He does it several times that she tries to come for Sheena. And he tells his mom to back off. I was like, okay, Forrest.
Because he now has somebody in his corner that's going to be like, I got your back, other than his mom.
Yeah.
And he can see, I guarantee it's a lot of times he want to tell his mom something, but he has no backup. And the shaman that's sitting next to his mom ain't going to say nothing because he's in some other land.
I've never seen somebody disassociate so hard in my life. He was like, look at the scenery. This is interesting. This is lovely.
He's in another realm. When the avatar state, when he goes to talk to other avatars, and he's
astral projecting somewhere.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's doing.
The lights are on, but no one's
I think he's stuck in the avatar state and he can't get out. And they're trying to find him, but they haven't found him in the spirit world yet.
He's literally just here for the ride. He's like, I don't.
His real body, his real spirit, the soul's in the spirit world right now. And they're trying to find it and get it back to his body. And it hasn't come back yet.
That man's having his best life in Philippines right now. He's having the best time. He's seeing the sights. He got a hat.
I swear that dude. He said maybe 5 words. And I mean words, not sentences, words.
And what's hysterical, when he does talk, it's like really profound. It's like really profound. So like, okay.
At some point, the sun must set. What?
I love that he was like, I'm not quick to judge Sheena. We want to see her family and see where she comes from. I was like, oh.
And that was all of the words that he said. And that was all of the words he said.
Hilarious. But Molly's on one. She is hysterical.
And finishing with Lisa and Daniel.
Okay.
Lisa finally makes it to Nigeria. Daniel has a whole dance like Coming to America when he's getting ready to propose to
it is not Coming to America.
The wedding.
It's literally just traditional dance. As she's being greeted at the airport.
And then he turns around, he gets on one knee and asks her to marry him.
Oh, and this is all after they have the most awkward kiss in the airport.
Did she say yeah?
Of course she did.
Okay, so now they get back to the hotel, and now she's in panic mode because she hasn't been with a man in 20-some years, and she don't know what to do. So now she's freaking out.
She was nervous about getting off the plane because she wasn't sure how she was going to be received, if he was going to like what he saw. he licked her tonsils clean. So
well,
she was okay.
Well, I don't know why she didn't. Maybe she doesn't know he has to be with a white woman because she stayed with his mom. Maybe she doesn't know that.
She knows she's already in.
Yes, maybe she doesn't know that. The ancestors always claimed her that she's one of them. I guess she doesn't know that.
Here's my other question. She is so nervous about having a night with him. Why not just not have sex then? Like, let's not.
Oh, she wants the details.
But she's so scared. Like you said, she goes into a full panic attack. She's so scared.
I'm pretty sure he don't mind if she's comatose or whatever. Comatose is the word I was looking for the other guy. He don't care if she's comatose as long as she get the D.
That's so scary.
And we still haven't met one couple.
Which means that they don't have a story.
Which means they're not here long. It's Elise and Joshua. If you don't know Elise is she was on the little 90-day
dating show
Hunt for Love.
Yes.
And she got it in with Rob. And then Rob dumped her like a bad habit.
He betrayed her.
So still waiting to see her. And that's pretty much 90 before 90 days.
Yeah.
What? Also let's just focus on 90 days. So
what?
I'll make an announcement, but we can wait till afterwards.
Make the announcement. What is it? Love After Lockup?
Yeah, Love After Lockup is coming back on the 16th.
Ooh.
So.
Ooh, I got Love After Lockup news. You hear about Zara?
So we'll probably touch 90 days. We'll touch a little bit 90 days. We'll probably go back through it a little faster.
Have you heard the update on Zara?
No.
Apparently, more details have come out about what exactly took place.
She's crazy. We know.
He was asleep.
Yeah.
She was going through his phone and then just started attacking.
Yeah, that's probably what happens.
The rumor that he was taking the brunt of it for her son still up in the air. Some people are saying that's still a part of it. But the other thing is he didn't give his name when police were called. Because he gave a different name.
He didn't want to go to jail because he's probably still on
his face is
parole.
Seen it all over.
He's probably still on parole.
But that doesn't stop it. Anyway.
Well,
but he's also doing lives saying it's not him. It wasn't him. So then people are like, well, then who was sleeping in your bed in your house? It was weird. It wasn't you.
Maybe he had a
doppelganger.
Maybe he had a Mr. Biggs moment.
I don't know.
Bump, bump, bump as I get closer to the stairway. So who knows? Bump, bump, bump.
It's crazy. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm very sure they're not coming back. Any other shows you're watching?
No. Back to 90 Day right quick.
Oh,
I want Sheena's parents to punch Molly, her mom to punch Molly in the mouth.
They're not gonna do that. First of all, Mom's not supposed to meet him first. So.
But when they do meet, that's what I want to happen. I want to see the first fight on 90 Day.
I want her parents to be the cartoon villains that they're saying they are for this to make sense. Because if they're not, I'm gonna have a lot more questions.
I don't want them to be because I don't want to give her the satisfaction. Would that make?
What have them be the exact opposite?
Yeah. Would that make for great TV? Probably, but I don't want to give her the satisfaction.
That would be hysterical if they have like a nice, calm conversation with Forrest, and they're like, "Okay, well, this is what the situation is.
We need 6 pigs, 5 ostriches, and 2 raccoons."
She's also in Manila, so that it's not the same as like a country, like the countryside, the rural areas.
Okay, 1 pig.
They don't really do dowry like that, but they want money. Usually money has to be put up front so you can take care and provide.
And 16 million rubies.
Rubies? I can't give you cash. I have to give you rubies.
Rubies.
I'll get them from Michael's. Well, that'll be fine. I'll give you 16 million rubies from Michael's.
That's the name of their money is rubies.
No, it's not.
What is it?
Pesos.
It's rubies.
No.
Pesos are Mexican dollars.
Calvin. Who do you think colonized the Philippines? Is not even the name of the actual country. It got named after a king from Spain.
Spain.
Guess what Spain also took over? Mexico.
Spain.
Guess what they also took over? Mexico.
No, Italy took over Mexico.
Italy.
Whatever. This is not a history lesson.
They sent Mexicans to the Philippines to help colonize it.
Okay, this is not a history lesson.
Tagalog has Spanish in it.
Tagalog has
Spanish in it.
No words in it.
It does have words in it.
It's pygmy.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No.
Let's stop while we're ahead.
What other shows are you watching, you psycho?
That's it. I'm not watching anything else.
You were just watching that anime.
I'm skimming animes.
Oh, I finished Stranger Things. Conformity Gate was something that was supposed to happen. In case you don't know what Conformity Gate was, a lot of people put on their theorist hats and was like, no, the ending we got can't be the ending. The ending was terrible for Stranger Things. The finale was so bad. So many open-ended questions. Not a lot was resolved. The penultimate fight was not a penultimate fight. It was crazy. So people are like, that can't be the real one. They're like, they're trying to put what they see are clues together to mean other things. And it turned out it was just all coincidences. Nothing meant anything. But people are like, it's got to mean something. Stranger Things is going to drop a behind the scenes episode on the 12th. So people are like, it's got to be towards there. And then we're going to get our missing finale. We're going to get our real finale at the end of that. First, it was supposed to happen on Thursday. Didn't happen. So now they're pinning their hopes on this January 12th episode drop.
Sounds like to me.
Not going to happen.
Sounds like to me the producers know they got a bunch of gullible fan base. So they're just stringing them along as much as they can.
I agree.
So that's what it sounds like to me.
It's so sad. So yeah, that's happening. Yeah, I'm trying to get into Fallout. Fallout's all over my social media right now. The vaults are actually very twisted, but very interesting.
Yeah, they're a bunch of twisted people in those vaults.
I did not realize it's all science experiments. So what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Fallout is a big science experiment.
I thought it was just a post-apocalyptic storyline.
It was a science thing that went wrong.
Terribly wrong.
And they had to put people in bunkers.
But they were testing those people in the bunkers, is what I'm finding out.
Yeah.
All those bunkers were actually test sites. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Like one of the bunkers, I don't remember which number it is, but they put 999 men and one woman so they wanted to see what the dynamics were of what happened if there's only one girl and all those men. What?
Yeah.
What? You want her to be raped? Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So yeah. But yeah, I kind of want, because I know the TV show's on Amazon. You said the game is crazy. A lot of you said you got to do a lot of world building. So
yeah, the game is it's too much. First of all,
how's it any different than the world building you got to do for Borderlands?
Borderlands is actually fun. Borderlands.
Have you played it or you watched it?
Yes, I've played Fallout.
Okay.
I was like, this is too much.
Okay.
It's like Borderlands meets Final Fantasy meets Dungeons and Dragons meets what's another?
It's RPG?
The Sims meets
interesting.
Resident Evil.
Okay.
That's pretty much what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You got a workbench. You gotta make different weapons. You got a big mechanic suit. You gotta weigh in sometimes.
It reminds me of BioShock. If you remember that old game.
Also meets BioShock. It's also BioShock.
That's what it reminds me of. Is BioShock.
But I play BioShock. The half of the stuff you do and you don't have to do in BioShock.
Oh, for Fallout.
Yeah, BioShock is a more linear game.
Okay. You say it's
Fallout
pretty straightforward.
It's just a big world.
Okay.
Where you have to talk to people, do certain missions, build certain things, put together certain things.
Isn't that Borderlands?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
That's not a big world where you just do missions?
Borderlands, you just running through shooting and killing people. That's pretty much what you do.
You don't shoot and kill Fallout?
Fallout, yeah, but it's a whole lot of puzzles you got to put together. It's way more in depth.
Oh. Okay. You're saying there's a lot more storytelling elements in it.
It's a lot more stuff you got to do. You got to collect. You said
it's massive.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can look online and it can show you.
I honestly just want the stories. I don't want to play. I just want.
You can go online and watch somebody play game.
I want all the vault information because first of all, there's hundreds of vaults. I said what?
So. Yeah. So it's a lot.
They were kidnapping kids and killing their parents. I said, wait a minute.
So it's a lot.
And there's ghouls, and I'm trying to figure out why.
So yeah, like I said, it's a lot of things, and then you gotta talk to people and build alliances and do all this other stuff, and then put together all this gear. You find scraps and all this stuff to put together, then build what.
Isn't that kind of like the other game you love, Far Cry? It seems like it's kind of like Far Cry.
No.
You don't have to make alliances and like build gear and.
Far Cry, once again, is a more linear game. It's more straightforward.
Okay. Maybe you just need a walkthrough.
It's a lot. For Fallout, it's a lot of stuff you can do.
Okay.
It's like I said, it's like the Dungeons and Dragons, all this stuff.
Yeah. It's more of an immersive world than it is like 1, 2, 3 game.
Yeah, it's more, you got to think more, and it's a more strategic game.
It sounds like there's no ending then.
I've never gotten nowhere near close to the end.
So it's not. So you're saying it's not a game where like you beat it. It's a game that's like,
I don't even know if the game ends. I can't tell you. It's that the game was so long. I just stopped playing because I'm like, it's too much. It is too much.
The story sounds good. Like the lore, it sounds good, but I don't want to play it. So okay, that sounds cool. But playing Borderlands has been fun though. Was it 3, 4?
4.
It's been fun.
Okay. I don't have anything else.
Oh, what did you think of the Borderlands movie? We did watch that.
It was horrible.
Marcus was a standout. I like the guy who played Marcus. He did good.
It's horrible.
He said it was
Nothing made sense. Nothing made sense.
I don't know why they tried to make Tina the Firehawk. That was
I think she was the Firehawk.
Cool. Well, they've been cloning her, and it was like, why were they cloning her? And then they were like, oh, she's a clone of Lilith. And I'm like, Lilith wouldn't recognize that she's a clone of you?
So that's so, yeah.
And then they showed Lilith as a kid. Looks nothing like Tina. The confusion continued to build.
So I think what they did was they made Tina Angel.
Was Angel a clone of Lilith?
No, Angel was
a siren.
Yeah, who was Jack's daughter.
But why add the cloning element? Why did we add the cloning element?
That big bad guy was supposed to be Jack.
But he didn't clone Angel.
I know. So, we know that.
But why add it for the Tina story?
Because they were trying to make a movie that stand alone. That's what the whole point.
They also don't explain the relationship Tina has to Krieg. He comes out and they show him as like a brutally violent person, which for the game he was. But then she's just like my man, and they don't go into detail. They don't explain why they're friends. There's no explanation.
I don't want to go into the movie. If we're going to critique the movie on another episode. But not now.
Why not now?
I don't feel like going into it.
But you will later? Okay.
Yeah. Because you got to sit down and explain the video game. That's going to take time, a little bit of time. And then explain the movie, how the movie just screwed everything else up. Just screwed it up.
Also, real fast, we did finish the Cult Lady show, the HBO. In our last episode, we said we'd talk about it once we finished it. We did finish it. Long story short, it's not a cult. It's just a very poorly managed church.
And that's what I was saying. It's just, I don't think it's a cult. I just think it's just a bad church.
Well, they posited it as a question, saying that it had a lot of elements of being a cult, which I would agree. It does have elements of it. Do I think it's an actual cult? No.
It's just every other bad church that has a pastor who just wants to suck her.
They really
drive their money.
Paint her to be a very selfish leader.
Yes.
So yeah, but she does still have this church. So okay.
Yeah.
And she is still married to her step-grandfather.
Why would she quit or change?
I guess the way they kind of kept it open-ended was like she would get usurped. Like someone would knock her out of the role.
Who?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Did they get rid of the church board? They got rid of the church board? That's how she got in.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
You're like, it's not there.
Yeah. She owns the church.
I guess the other question is, how does she keep getting people to fill that church? Is the other question.
I don't know. People go there. I guess they find a connection. And they stay there. That's what that is.
Yeah. It was interesting though. So okay, that's all.
Well, I'm like, what, did her mom come back and take over the church and fight for it? I'm like, I don't. If not, I'm like, I don't understand why they.
I guess because they really showcase how like a lot of people left. Like a lot of people left that church, but she continued to gain new members. So it was like, wow, is she doing this?
Okay. Some people probably going there because what they saw, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It depends.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like being miserable.
That's true. That's true too. All right. Any other thoughts?
No.
Okay. Thank you for listening to We Like That podcast.
So we like that.
Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to. And rate us 5 stars. I'm Javon.
I'm Calvin.
Later, people.
And we're out.